Welcome back to my channel. My name is Malika and I am so excited and happy to have you here today. If you're returning, hey, thank you for being a continued supporter. If you're new, join the family. It's amazing over here. And I know that, and my earring fell out, but this is real life. So we're just going to keep going. And I know that, there's a lot of silent people that watch me. It's more than okay to be silent. Like I said, this is a safe space. Anyways, so this video is going to be me talking about my self-love journey so far. It's still ongoing. It will always be ongoing. And I think that's something we don't talk about when we're talking about journeys. And that's why I use the word journey. But I think sometimes people think there's a one and done thing. Oh, I went to therapy this one time, or I did this one course or this one class. It's ongoing. That's why learning is ongoing, you know? So anyways, I began my self-love journey back in 2020 as I was exiting my relationship. Usually that's what prompts a lot of us to begin our self-love journeys, is the end of a relationship. For me, it was the end of a significant relationship, a marriage. And I had started to just dive deeper into myself. It all started off with tarot. That's what led me. Let me just back up a little bit. I've always been interested in spirituality and self-development, but what really thrusted me into it is the ending of that significant relationship in my life, and that really thrusted me into tarot. And I was watching a lot of tarot, as a lot of people do when they're going through things, trying to figure out what's going on with their life and what's happening. And then I kind of like got really interested in astrology and spirituality and self-development, as I do have a bachelor's degree in psychology. So again, I've always been in it, and during that entire time, I was still in school. So I graduated in February 2021 with my bachelor's degree, but that's kind of what thrusted me into this journey, is just going through my own relationship woes and issues and trying to figure out who I was and where I wanted to be with myself, and being in a codependent relationship, and being in codependent relationships in general throughout my life, because it was not just, oh my God, this earring just don't want to stay in. And I don't know where the back's at, but it's cute, so I'm going to keep putting it in. But I just didn't know where I wanted to be at in my journey. I didn't know. I had always kind of been in this kind of like seeking the approval of others and wanting to be that everything to everyone, but I had forgotten how to be the everything to myself. And it was a learning curve for me. I did not know how to give to myself. I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know who I was without that title of being a wife, without that title of being the best sister ever, the best daughter ever, the best wife ever, you know, like the best student. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Y'all get the point. You seen the aesthetic. It was cute. Anyways, I just didn't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I didn't know my value. I didn't know that I could be valuable taking care of myself and not people pleasing. So that's what the journey thrusted me into. And it took me having to have that end of that significant relationship to go back to the origin. And the origin started off with my mother. I've already talked about my childhood trauma on this channel. I'm going to try to keep this video short, so if you are interested, I'll try to link down below my childhood trauma video. But the childhood trauma that I had with my mother being a recovering addict, abandoning me and my sister, and then going through similar things with my stepmother, and going through similar things, and just going through things with my family and in general, being taken advantage of. You know, when you have that core wound of abandonment and you want people to be there for you, the people that were always supposed to be there for you from the start, you develop this need, this desire to nurture and care and just be that thing. But because I was that thing to them, I didn't do the things that I wanted to do. It was always about the collective, the family, what were their needs. It was always about somebody else's needs instead of my needs and my wants. So I had to go back to the origin and heal and work on that healing. And as I say, healing is always ongoing, as well as this journey. So even this morning, as I'm filming this video, I'm still in the thick of making sure I reinforce. It's a real reprogramming. It doesn't happen overnight. So you have to keep going and you have to keep growing. One of my favorite sayings. And so I began to really heavily work on myself. I began to learn different things, like what are the chakras, how do I heal my chakras, how do I heal my childhood trauma, how do I enforce boundaries, how do I stop negative self-talk, how do I figure out what I want for myself. And boy, was it a journey, and I did most of it alone. I did enter into a program where I received mentorship, and my mentor helped me along the journey, as well as people that I met along the journey. But my self-love journey has really been about learning how not to be codependent, to heal my abandonment issues, to work on my self-worth, my self-value, my confidence, and to live in my truth and my authenticity, and to be who I truly am at my core, and figure out who that is, because we're always changing, you know? So I had to unlearn my environment, and those are things that I'm still working on till this day. But with all of that work on myself, I'm in a better place. I know what I want out of life. I know that I want to be successful in my own right. I want to help others in a healthy, non-codependent way. And that's what YouTube and having this school that I'm opening is going to allow me to do. And when I say school, Teachable makes you have a school. So that's the platform I will be using, Teachable. And that's why I just decided to name my school The Aligned Life with Malika, because that's what it's all about. We're aligning our life. We're getting our lives into alignment so we can live our best life. So that's what I've been doing. And through finding my purpose and finishing up school and just working with my mentors, I've realized that I have the necessary tools to teach others how to get started with a healthy self-love journey. Y'all, it wasn't easy. I was crying, I was purging. There's times when I'm still crying and I'm still purging. You'll learn that this journey is always ongoing. But if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to really say, you know what, I am worthy, I am valuable. I felt so low, y'all. I felt so low. I didn't know who I was. I thought that my only purpose was to make other people happy. and to do what other people wanted me to do, and to show up in the world in that way, and always putting everybody else's needs and wants before my own. But I learned that I am valuable. What I want is valuable for myself. I have a valuable message to put out into the world, which is what I'm doing now. And I need to believe in myself. I need to grow. I need to understand what it is to be me from a healed standpoint. And there was moments in my journey where I'm so lonely, and I feel so alone, and I've had to get rid of so many relationships in my life and recreate boundaries in my life. But it was all worth it. It was all worth it. Even though it was painful and it hurt, I had to do it so that I could get to this standpoint. And I wouldn't change anything about my journey. I do wish I had learned it sooner, but we are where we are because this is how the journey unfolded for us. And my willingness to continue to work on myself is what keeps me going. And my internal knowing that I know that this is something I'm good at and I can help others helps me to keep going. But it helps me empower me to know that I don't have to sacrifice myself anymore to do it in a healthy way. So with that being said, that's where I'm kind of at in my journey. I am not gonna, get into specifics, but I am still single. And I think that's necessary for my growth at this point. It's all about loving me, and that the best relationship you can have in this world, in this moment, in this lifetime, is the one that you have with yourself. So until I feel that I have cultivated that relationship to the best of its ability, I'll be single. And I could walk out this door tomorrow and meet somebody. Maybe tomorrow I'd be ready. But for right now, in this very moment, as I'm recording this video, the best relationship that I want to have is the one that I have with myself. That's the most important relationship to me, outside of the relationship that I have with the Creator, Source. And of course, I am of the belief that the Creator is within all of us. So I don't have to look outside and reach. I just keep developing that internal relationship that I have with myself and the source energy that's within me, and I can't lose. I can't lose. So I hope that helped you in some way. If it did, give a thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts on the self-love journey. I love hearing from y'all. What are you working on? What do you need help with? What do you want to know about this journey? Let me know so I can make more content about it. With that being said, the Aligned Life with Malika will be opening the December the 6th, 2021. And the first course will be the Introduction to Self-Love program. This course is do it yourself, but I will be there every step of the way. You will have access to a private Facebook community, as well as email and access through the website to contact me throughout the journey. But this course is here to help you help yourself with tools and tips on how it is you need to get through the barriers in order to have self-love. What are some of the barriers? Some of the barriers are being able to set healthy boundaries, being able to forgive yourself and others, being able to become self-aware, figuring out what your core issues and traumas are that have kept you away from the having a healthy self-love journey. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe to this channel. On Monday, I will be releasing a video on this channel on Monday, which will have a direct link with special pricing for my course, also payment plans as well. I will talk more about that in that video, but I love each and every one of you. Let's teach each other in the comment section. Let's get active. This is a safe space, you guys. Again, I love each and every one of you, and as always, peace and love. See you in the next video. Bye.